Hello everyone. I know it's been like 3 or 4 days since I've uploaded a video, and I'm not dead. I'm not gone. Just checking in with you guys, and the subject of this video is ironic because I I have a writer's block in what kind of videos to make, and I decided to make a video about what it is that has given me this writer's block. Okay? And so, bear with me. Where I'll start is a couple days ago, I wanted to go back and revisit a video by Shanny for Christ, right? And in that video, she was breaking down crying and saying that Satan had gotten the best of her, and that she couldn't talk to someone. I later learned that was her brother anymore. She was losing her brother for some reason, some fight off camera. I don't know that the reasons have been given. I haven't watched every one of her videos, but anyways, she was crying and saying, I know you'd be here if I needed you, and I made the observation and left the comment weeks ago that if she knew that he'd be there if she really needed him, where is he? Because she's obviously crying and wanting to be consoled by him. Why not? Why isn't he there? If this is her time of need, if you know that he would be there if you really needed you, looks like you really need him. But yeah, the part of her video where she thought that Satan had gotten her, I wanted to discuss because as an atheist, that's a pain that I'm never going to feel ever again. That's a pretty horrible feeling to think that God or Satan could be, against you, and you don't know why the specific recipe of getting them off your back isn't working. Between the way that you do your incantations or prayers, or the deeds that you do, it's something's just not working, and whatever's wrong in your life isn't getting fixed, even though you're going through the motions. It's got to be a fucking horrible feeling, right? And then I go back to the video because I want to address it, and I see that people have made the point more succinctly than I did just now. One of them was Lewd Crestfallen. He said, the only thing more absurd than an imaginary savior is an imaginary nemesis. And I just felt like, you know what? I'm not really adding anything to this conversation by, bringing a couple of my subscribers to look at her video, and maybe they'll troll her too, and, I just felt like adding my audience to this conversation really is doing nothing. I'm not adding to the conversation, and that point, as a starting point to this larger arc of an idea here for you guys, is just one example of why I'm having a hard time making a video right now, because a running theme for me, especially in the past year, has been, am I adding anything to the conversation? Because as one of those YouTubers who's grown into this like counterculture of not wanting to be like the other YouTubers because they're all chasing trends and things that I just find absurd. They're not using this platform the way it should be used. They're using it as if it's like they're auditioning for a TV show. One of the things I notice is once a trending topic happens among one of them, you'll see each one of them feel obligated to make a video about the same subject. I don't really have a problem with them each making a video about the same trending topic, but I'd like to see them each add something to the conversation. Look at a different aspect of that same topic and try to explore something about it. But no, each seem to be giving just their opinions with very little research or insight, and it seems like they're parroting each other. Like they're all copying the first person that made the video about that topic. They're not really adding anything to the conversation, and it just it bugs me. It makes me stray away from my subscriptions box and go towards the trending tab, which at least when I go to the home page, Google has learned a little bit more about my actual viewing preferences, and they've gotten rid of some of the more vapid things. I hate list videos, and anytime I see like top 10 this, top 5 that, I'm not clicking on it, and I'm not getting as many suggestions like that. But still, like when I look at the people who I used to like to watch, they all seem to jump on bandwagons of conversation daily. And a lot of them seem to have stars and dollar signs in their eyes. And I guess I've just come to the point in my YouTube career and life that I've decided I don't want to be like that. I want to make videos like this, rambling, where I speak like a normal human being, you know, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not as popular, is because I'm not talking in this animated fucking voice and exaggerating everything like, no, that's not me, and I would be shaking my rocking chair too much anyway. That would be really annoying, you know. So yeah, I've been really put off by seeing the way that other people have been making videos about topics without adding anything other than chiming in with predictable things that they're saying and not really doing any in-depth research. And I don't need to call out names with this. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's like the people who every 6 hours look at what's trending on the front page of Reddit and decide, well, that's what I'm going to make a video about, you know? And I'd say less than 5% of the time, my videos probably match up to that same pattern. But when they do, I've added something of a different perspective that hasn't been said or put out there, or I did some research on the topic, and I'm not just reading word for word from a fucking article into a camera and just completely basically making a whole video of reading to people like they can't read for themselves. Yeah. And when I do it, it's not like I intended to talk about the trending topic because it was trending. I talk about things that strike me in a way where I feel like I'm passionate about it. And I feel like you can hear it in my voice rather than what you might see from somebody else just chiming in because they feel like they're obliged to. Because, oh, it's a trending topic. People want to hear my opinion on it, of course. You know, and that seems totally conceited to me. That people figure that, yeah, of course everyone wants to know your opinion on every trending topic that comes along. anyways, some of the other things that have given me a little bit of a mental block. I know that I've been trying to go in a different direction after I realized that a lot of people know me on YouTube for 3 or 4 videos that I've made that were all about drama. And I decided, well, if I'm going to talk about drama, it'll be drama that I found interesting, not drama for drama's sake. And dropping the weekly flags recap really, I feel, went in that direction where I'm only talking about drama that I felt was interesting instead of, any sort of drama infecting a video that I planned to make. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but yeah, I've been called the wannabe TMZ of YouTube before, when really I think that's probably Keemstar or Scarce, but I feel like it wasn't even accurate of me at any point when I've been on this YouTube channel, because every other video that I would make, even when I was making videos that were wildly popular, the ones that I made in between were completely against any sort of formula it would take to be successful here on YouTube. You know, I never stopped using this as a social platform because I never thought that I was trying out to be a TV star on the internet. That one day somebody might pick me up and make me some sort of, I guess, source-fed, BuzzFeed, whatever star. No. I figured that this is just going to be me no matter what. And even though my channel has grown over the years, when I look at those that were big when I started, most of them, by the same proportion, have grown even bigger. So there are channels that I measured myself against when I had just 100 subscribers and then 1,000 subscribers, and back then they had like 10,000 subscribers, and then now they have 100,000 subscribers. And as big as I get, they keep getting bigger than me. So I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be a regular guy who's approachable, who can use this platform as I feel it was originally intended, to make videos back and forth and make conversations happen. And I guess I'm fortunate in my real life that yeah, I feel like my career is probably better than some of the YouTubers that have to make content constantly in order to pay the bills on a volatile platform that could at any moment decide to just demonetize them, or you could just have your channel flagged down or whatnot. All these different risks that would be involved in becoming a career YouTuber. I'm divorced from that because I don't have to worry about ad revenue at all. In fact, I give more money to charities that pop up here on YouTube than I make on YouTube at all for having any ads. So yeah, and I'm okay with that. And I don't think that a lot of the YouTubers that I used to watch for their content are okay with that. I feel like I'm playing the guitar to be in a garage band forever, and they're wanting to go be the next star on The Voice. They're actually wanting their shot at making it big, and I'm not. I'm doing it for the love of the actual art of it, and it's really disturbing to me sometimes to see how some of those people who I feel like might have made some really good content that would have been very enjoyable for niche, more intelligent audiences, have turned into the Coliseum. They are entertainment for the masses, and I don't know. Am I elitist in thinking this way? I don't know. But I know that I'm okay with my decisions in the direction that I've taken my channel and how I spend my efforts in things. Another thing that I've noticed that really demotivated me was Twitter as it's connected to YouTube. And by that, I mean that I have had conversations here on YouTube where I had back and forths with people, and I put their names in the titles of my videos only when I'm talking about them in a way where I'm adding to a conversation or I'm actually trying to start an actual conversation. But some of these videos, I could tell via Twitter metrics that there are cowards in the skeptic community that I started out in that I've had periods of time where I would get, say, 10 people or more hitting the like button on my video and then it being tweeted out because their YouTube channel is connected to their Twitter. And then when I went and rocked the boat by challenging somebody who was popular here on YouTube, those people that would regularly up-thumb every one of my videos, and then it would then get tweeted out, they would not be tweeting out my video, even though I would normally get anywhere from 20 to 30 likes on a video, and I could tell, that there was a proportion between... There was a constant ratio between the number of tweet outs and likes on my video. Even though, like, these videos that I would make would get like 100 or 200 up thumbs, I would get less people who had their YouTube accounts connected to Twitter tweeting them out. And I realized that it was because they're playing the office politics game here on YouTube of they don't want anyone who's popular to see that they've liked a video that was opposing them. And that's, to me, the fact that I mostly am subscribed to and associate with people who consider themselves skeptics. To me, that was really painful. Not for, like, my own friendships with these people. It's painful in that the office politics biases the way that people like things openly here on YouTube and on the internet in general. People are afraid to be seen liking part of a conversation when they think that, maybe this person might not like me later in life. If I get the chance to maybe jump on their hangout, they might say, you know what, I'll pass on that guy because he liked something that was criticizing me in the past. That's the way they're thinking, instead of, actually embracing conversations, and it really does stick in my craw, you know. And that's why I'm a little bit just suffering from writer's block, because I'm thinking, like, where do I really want to be here on YouTube? What purpose do I want to serve? Um, and most of it is frankly destructive to the style of community that a lot of the YouTubers that I used to associate with apparently want. You know, I'd just like to take a whole month and just, tear down every little facet of the trendy group that the community that I was once a part of has become. That to me seems like the most savory thing that I could do with my time if I were to spend my time here on YouTube. And would I be doing it for clicks? No. No. I would be doing it just to express my disgust. And so, yeah. I spent a couple hours here today sitting in my cozy lazy boy just thinking about what is it that I will really want to do here on YouTube, and what sort of projects do I want to work on next. And I don't feel like leaving you guys anytime soon, but I just felt like I needed to explain the lack of upload frequency right now. In fact, to that point about Twitter, I can tell you that the last time anyone tweeted out a like on one of my videos was on April 27th, and it was at DarkArt69. And there used to be a core of people who would like every one of my videos, and I don't know if it's the changing digital landscape where people are being shadow banned and don't know it, and maybe people are just disconnecting their Twitter from their YouTube altogether, because it just creates drama when people are saying, "Oh, I can't believe you liked this video by that person because, 2 years ago they were ripped apart by this other person, and if you associate with that person, then you're never going to get anywhere on YouTube." It's like, I don't know. Maybe it's that people are treating it like a rat race. Maybe it's that I'm not getting promoted as much here on YouTube, just like a lot of people, because I used a lot of words that YouTube doesn't like because they're not ad friendly. I have noticed that at different times on my channel I've had strange boosts in popularity. Once in 2011 and 12 over that winter, and once in the winter of 2015. The associated things that I felt were fueling those things were the Occupy movement for the latter, and a shout out from Thunderfoot for the former. But really, it might have just been a cyclical thing where YouTube decides that someone's channel is hot or not. And right now I'm in the not phase, because I guess they don't consider me exciting because maybe I'm not getting as much interaction from you guys. You know? And I think part of my writer's block might be that I don't know what it is that has happened to YouTube or the internet. You know, it's there's so many different variables involved, and to not see the fruits of what you've sown as regularly as you used to, it can be daunting, you know. When you're used to making hundreds of views per video, and this one right now will probably make 100 at least, but you know, nowhere near as much as I used to make. You really have to think about, why am I making the video in the first place? And for me, there's still a reason. But it can only fuel your passion so much, you know, when you see some utter crap that is just like very, very popular that gets passed around here on YouTube. Yeah, I think that's about it. That's what I've been feeling.